Welcome back, Anarcoders. In the previous lesson, we learned about print statements, variables, and data types. In this lesson, we're going to explore conditional statements. So, in coding, we can make decisions based on certain conditions using a conditional statement. This helps us to create more dynamic and flexible programs. The most common conditional statement in Python is the if statement. It allows us to execute a block of code if a condition is true. Let's take a look at an example and let me walk you through and explain. So let's start off by defining a variable called age. And we want this age to be, say, 32. Okay? Now, this is very similar to how you would speak in English. So you write if, and you put parentheses around it, if your age is greater than or equal to 21, and this is how we write greater than or equal to, by the way. We write the greater than sign and then the equal to sign. Now there's many of these that we can go over, but for now, this is greater than or equal to. If I wanted to flip it around, I'd say less than or equal to. And if I wanted to say equals, I would say equal equal. The reason I write two equal signs is because the single equal sign tells the computer, hey, assign this value to this variable. The equal sign tells the computer, compare my variable to this number, or maybe to another variable, or something like that. And it gives you true. It's a Boolean. It gives you true if it's true, or false if it's false. So let's say, if your age is greater than or equal to 21, well, what is true in the United States? Well, print, you are allowed to drink in the US. Okay, so let's go over. We said if you're over the age of 21, you're allowed to drink in the United States. In this example, we have the variable age. It's set to 32. And the if statement checks to see whether the age that you gave is greater than or equal to 21. So let's run this code and see, well, 32 is greater than 21, so you are allowed to drink in the US if you're 32. If the condition is true, it executes the code inside the code block. And you might notice that I had indented this print statement. Why is that? Well, you see how I wrote a colon after my if statement? The colon tells the compiler to apply the code in the below it only if the condition is true. And so if I wrote, say, something over here, print hello, well, since the condition is true, it prints you are allowed to drink in the US, and then it prints hello. But if I change the age to, say, 11, it would just print hello, because I told it a condition that's false, and so it does not execute this code. The reason it does execute this code is because we did not indent our print statement, and so this is actually outside of this block of code. And so if your value is false, what's done inside the parentheses, inside the code block executes, but then this is executing independently of whether or not this is true. All right. Now let's change it up a little bit. We'll say the age stays 11, and let's add an else statement. So if it's greater than 21, you are allowed to drink in the US. Else, because we have another condition. What if you're below 21? Well, I'd say print you are not allowed to drink in the US. And so if I run this code, right, I have a condition of if age is greater than or equal to 21, you're allowed to drink in the US. Since my age is 11, that is false, so this code should not execute. But then our else statement tells it if your age is, it's essentially doing the inverse. If your age is less than 21, then print you are not allowed to drink in the United States. So this is very useful because it gives you the ability to say, if something is true, do a certain thing. If it is not true, do something else. But you can even do something more than that, and it's called elif or else if. And so in here, let's add another condition, elif, right? Elif your age is greater than or equal to 18 and your age is less than 21, then you can print you are allowed to drink outside of the US. So elif is saying, okay, if the first statement is false, if you are not over the age of 21, then do another condition and check if you're between 18 and 21. If that is true, then you are allowed to drink outside the US. If both of these conditions are false, else you are not allowed to drink. Let's just say you are not allowed to drink this time because you are not. And now, when we run this code, well, if you're 11, it says you are not allowed to drink. But let's say you're 19. Well, you're allowed to drink, just not in the United States. So it says you are allowed to drink outside of the US. And let's say we say 23, well, then you are allowed to drink in the United States. So this is very helpful in allowing you what's called control flow, which means it allows you to control where your program goes depending on a certain value. This could be very, very helpful for cases like the one that I showed you, or for example, if you want certain conditions to be met, like let's say you're modeling a garden, you want to say if it's sunny and it's between 70 and 80 degrees, you need to water your garden by, X amount. If it's above 80, you need to water it a little bit more. If it's below 80, you need to water it a little less. If it's raining, don't water the lawn. So that's an example of the conditions, and just as I showed you, we can check multiple conditions and see if, else, if, and else. And these are just powerful tools that are used in everyday programming, and they allow us to make decisions and execute different blocks of code according to our values. So that's it for this lesson on conditional statements, and in the next lesson, we will dive into loops and iteration.